teams that went from being the worst to the best. Back in 2001, Manchester City was stuck in the second tier of English football, meaning that they weren't even playing with the best teams in the country, and most people didn't talk about them much. But regardless, they worked hard, scored a massive number of goals, and finally battled their way up to the Premier League. However, even then, they were just another mid-table side, usually finishing somewhere in the middle and never really making headlines. But what happened next would completely change the future of Manchester City forever. You see, in the summer of 2008, a group from Abu Dhabi showed up and bought the club. Suddenly, City had more money than almost any team in the world, and the new owners didn't waste time. On the first day, they signed Robinho from Real Madrid, who was a superstar in Brazil, and almost overnight, Manchester City went from being just another team fighting for survival to a club that could buy basically any player in the world. But here's the crazy part. All that money did not guarantee instant success. The thing is, even after spending tons of cash and making big signings, City had to figure out how to actually win. The first few seasons with new owners were a mix of highs and lows, so they brought in players like Carlos Tevez and Yaya Toure, who helped City climb out of the middle of the table. But then, after some time, the unthinkable happened. As it turns out, in the 2011 to 2012 season, everything changed. The title race came down to one final game, and City needed a win to become champions. But it was almost hopeless near the end because they were losing to Queen's Park Rangers with only a couple minutes left. But then Edin Dzeko scored to tie the game, and just 2 minutes later, Sergio Aguero scored an unforgettable last-second goal. And that goal made them Premier League champions for the first time in 44 years. Wow, it shook the entire football world, and I post football stories like this one every single day. Follow if you want the algorithm to show them to you.